Hey, Mike Gminski of Sports Force. Quick little analysis. Take you to the top of your leg lift. And I see if I draw a little line on the back of this, on the back of your hip, see if I can move in a little bit more. I want to show how you're starting to get your body slowly moving, but I still would like to see you move your body a little bit more forward, not to a balance point. ASMI, the American Sports Medicine Institute, talks about high velocity pitchers will get their body moving earlier than slow velocity pitchers. And what I'm doing is I'm putting that line on your back hip to see how far your back hip gets away from the back of the rubber at the top of the leg lift. And it's a couple inches, but you're starting to move it. Just I would recommend just a little bit more forward movement as you're coming up into your leg lift. And then I really like how you sit down in your back leg. You keep your front foot closed, so you're sitting down really deep in your back leg right there, which is good. We have to make sure that we're able to power out of that. Front side staying closed, toe pointed toward me. Right at foot plant, you're a little bit late with the back side, but I think once you kind of look down here, see that little smoke coming up? Once we can get that fire, some fire in that back leg of yours, to get you to really drive off on the back leg and really work some explosive exercises, I think that's going to make a big difference in your arm, because your hip to shoulder separation is not that big right now, because right as you land right here, you can see the hip hasn't really opened up yet, and the shoulders are kind of even. It's not that torque back. So our hip to shoulder separation, if we were to get more fire in this back leg and drive this back leg, that's going to have you separate more here by moving this hip around. It's going to start to bring up this this ball a little bit more into what I call a cocked position. Your front side is in a good position right there, still closed, but that would be a 0-degree cock, and the next one is a 90-degree. We want to try to put our arm right in between those two ideally. The frame speed doesn't pick it up when you land. You can see that when you land, you're a little bit below the 0 degrees. What I'm looking at here is your arm. So there's below 0 degrees, there's 0 degrees, and there's 90. When you land, you want to be in a quarter cock position, 25 degrees. I just wonder if you ever had any shoulder issues at all. Just being a little bit late on the top of the shoulder, because you're having to bring it up from the bottom rather than that quarter degree. But other than that, I like your front leg. You can get a little bit more dynamic if you look at the background here. Once you land on the front leg, see how much it moves. Now let's do something better. Get it right when you land here. Let's zoom in a little bit. Let's draw a couple green dots. Let's see how much it moves once we land. That big jump right there, that's power that you're developing in stride that's leaking out of your leg. So, I mean, you still want to get some muscles on those bones without a doubt, but I'd work your front leg in strength just to be able to hold your body mass as you increase in size, to strengthen that front leg. There's good eccentric contractions or exercises that you can do if you go to your trainer if you have one. But you know, the front leg can be worked on. That's going to add some more velocity. Then we transfer that velocity from the hips up to the arm with our chest. So you get a good bow, what I call a bow, going forward. So that chest is what's transferring the power. Now remember, we were a little bit late in the arm cock, so we pulled a little hard to get that arm around, and you don't want to watch yourself. Really the chest on release, right in between here and here. I'm not taking the best benefit of doubt there. What I'm looking at is when the ball's coming out of your glove up here. There's release. And then where I see your chest is at an angle where it needs to be more like that. So the more force and the more you stabilize that front leg, the easier it's going to be for that chest to come forward, rather than be influenced by the point of the glove and having you lean over that way. But just a couple things for you that I see that you can work on. Wish you the best of luck. If you need to reach me for any further questions, you can reach me at 832-515-4247, and it would be best to text. Thanks so much.